Okay, welcome to this video. Today we are going to be working on this. Oops. Turn that off. Okay, we're working on the Unity3d vanilla, meaning it works for everything. It's a vanilla graphical user interface layout using 3D meshes and organized with a finite state machine. I said that out of order. I hope that doesn't bother you. It's just how it's going to go here. Anyway, this is just going to be about a layout, this particular video. Oh, let me go ahead and set a timer so I know when to stop recording. Okay, go. This is what we're building. A series of menus that have buttons. The start menu, options menu, an audio menu, video menu, difficulty menu, a data menu, and an in-game menu. And all these are going to be connected pretty much with one class. And I'm going to actually give you or type out a script that actually gets the input touches and actually grabs the name of the game object, not just the name, but the actual game object itself as a reference. So you can test and do lots of things with it. So here we go. Let's do this. Oh, and I had already started. This is actually like the 20th time I've tried doing this video. Hopefully this time it works. Alright. Nothing in the scene. Let's just go ahead and create a... Let's see, what am I creating here? I'm creating a camera. Where is a camera? Create other camera. There we go. Alright, we're just going to go ahead and call this the Gui Camera and set this field of view to 15, and we're just going to go ahead and keep the projection at perspective. It kind of makes things interesting. And let's go ahead and create an empty game object called all menus with a capital M. And this is going to be the parent game object for the hierarchy, this button and menu hierarchy. These aren't just going to be buttons, they're going to be sliders, as well as lists. For example, with the resolution, every computer may have a different list or a different set of resolutions, or mobile games have no resolutions at all. And since we're doing this with both mouse input and with touches, and it's all going to work the same either way. Obviously touches have different things going on, but we're going to try and build this so that it works for literally everything. So let's just go ahead and get started by creating 7 more empty game objects. It's 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And we'll call this one Start Menu, and these are going to be the parent objects for each of the individual menus. Options menu, and I know that we have an audio menu, and what else do we have? Start, options, audio, video menu. Difficulty menu, data. You can tell I've done this a few times. Data menu and in-game menu. Those are the options that you're going to want while you're actually playing the game. Alright, so let's go ahead and then move everything, all these menu items. These are individually going to become menus. So the idea is that we're going to activate and deactivate these in order to get them going. And the first one that we want starting off is a start menu. Before I move along, let's just go ahead and first of all move the camera to be up above the gameplay action at 600 on Y. And obviously, well, maybe not obviously, but you can make your cameras work in a way so that if it was on 000, it would still work. And for example, if you had 2 cameras, one camera being the player camera and another camera being the Gui camera, you can actually set this up so that the player camera does not render buttons. But just to make it safe, simple, and easy, let's just put it up at 600 on Y and minus 10 back. And then I'm going to put all the menus at 600 also. And I guess I could actually parent these under the camera, but I think I'm going to be changing this camera and doing interesting things with it later. So, alright, now these are all at 0, 0, 0 on the transform, so let's good. Create another cube. Now, this cube, let's just go ahead and put it within the start menu and zero out its transform. 0, 0, 0. Great. Now it's right in the middle. Start menu is actually at 600 with the menus, and then because it's in the hierarchy, it actually 0, 0, 0 for this cube is the same as the start menu, which is the same as all menus. That's why this hierarchy is so nice. Okay, now I think the size of that is just right, just because of how I set it up. You can actually go and look. Here's the camera. Let's go ahead and zoom in with F. See the camera up very nicely, and then you can see that it is just directly in front. The next thing I want to do is create a 3D texture, or sorry, create a 3D text. Yeah, that's the one. And I'm actually trying to kind of match this presentation. So I may even go as far as making this kind of gray. And I might have mentioned this before, but you can actually make these buttons any kind of shape that you want. You could make this button a rhinoceros, a UFO, or nothing. You can make them invisible. As long as this, if you watch my mouse, as long as there's a box collider or some sort of collider on there, we're going to use raycasting in order to pick up these colliders. Okay, and then I'm actually going to take this text and put it within the cube. 0, 0, 0 it out, so it's kind of inside the box. And then I'm going to anchor it to the middle center and center. And actually, and I know that this is a good. Yeah. Great. So I just put this character size at 0.1, so it wasn't as grainy. But it still has some sort of. Now it looks soft, sort of anti-aliased. So if I put it at 0.03, for example, and you raise up the font size, it's kind of got some jagginess to it. So 0.1 is a good place to have it. I think 70, no, less than 70. Okay, we just want to make that kind of fit. Now you can see here that 3D text is right in the middle of the box, and it still gets rendered. Okay, so now we have a cube with a title within. All right, now I'm going to copy this cube twice, and I'm going to make this one the play button, and change the title to play button. And I actually I did a Command D to duplicate this, so now I can just put this over at 2 and put this other one at -2 on the X. And you know, I could actually go and let's just go ahead and do this. Create a directional light. It changes it up a little bit, doesn't it? Add some dramatic effect by pressing E and then moving it a little bit. Yeah. Do some interesting things with that. Do it from the side. Yeah. Now you can see that the text on this one doesn't fit exactly, but I'm not too worried about that currently. I guess, you know, really, if I wanted to fix that, I might as well go ahead and do that. Just bring it a little closer to the front of the box, so that's right in the middle, where your eyes think that it ought to actually be. Okay, and that sound means that I need to stop this video, so I'll see you again in a few minutes.